want to talk about video games. Video games is one of my favorite things. I got a couple on this phone here, and while they's not the most complicated stuff, they give me a giggle. It's tough using pause to play games, especially when you want to do some complicated thing with the screen, but I love trying anyway. There's people out there who is making games to experience the whole universe, from games where you's wearing a VR headset and standing on the bottom of the ocean, to games where you's piloting airplanes or zooming around in space. I like search games, where you gotta find hidden objects, cause I'm a rat, and that's like half of what I spend my day doing anyway. It ain't filling my tummy, but not everything in life needs to be filling tummies. Some people calls video games a waste of time, but they's art to me. Some people is greedy with art, some people is trying to exploit artists, and some is using art to promote weird ways of seeing the world where they's right and everyone else is wrong. But art ain't a thing that's easy to control. Art is wild, and it's gonna get loose. People try to tell artists they need to make art that's comfy for everybody, comfy for the king, or comfy for the government. They make whole schools just to get all the artists thinking the same or taking the same kind of pictures or drawing the same kind of bodies, and yet the art somehow still gets loose. We get whole new genres every few years, and people copying those genres and figuring out whole new emotions to tell each other through brand new paints and brand new canvases. Like video games. There's always gonna be people what wants to censor art, and they's gonna find ways to do it. In times past, they's built big bonfires and tossed art and artists on top. But the art still survived, and new generations was always coming up with something fresh. Most recently, we's got the platform. The platform is a real scary, nasty sort of censoring, because it ain't like just telling the artist what they can and can't make. It's sneaky, and it starts off its life as a sort of helpful thing what says it's just trying to get art and information out to everybody. If the platform is run by people what has good intentions, they still gotta make decisions about what gets seen. If they's got bad intentions, they can make the whole of art from a society seem to tell one big nasty story. In video games, the platforms come in all different flavors. Some lets in video games made by artificial intelligent whatsits, and those, well, that ain't exactly art no more. Big language models slops all over the platform, like letting a copy machine spit a million slightly uglier copies of pictures all over a museum and then telling people they gotta find the real picture. It might be in there, but ain't nobody wanna go looking. Some platforms is for religious folk, who don't want nothing that says anything about their gods nor stuff what is objectionable. Some platforms is just walled off gardens for richies who want to gamble. The thing with all this is that it ain't stopping art. People is still pushing out fresh experiences and digital dreams. Guitarists still strum, violinists still pick up these bows, and the artist still slaps a fresh coat of "I was here" on the walls of the city. Much as the kings and governments would love us to give up on art or to credit them with all we create, it's not working. They want us to work 100 hours per week and then be too tired to make art, but people is still twisting gum wrappers into little dolls, knitting between calls, and delving into dungeons on speedruns to see just how fast they can beat the boss when they's got a spare minute. No matter how discouraged we might feel with algorithms and monetization, we's still out here making things. And also, we's out here absorbing art, to make those connections with people what makes things. That's what it means to be alive after all. Connection. Through any means, whether it's using keyboards to crush the baddies or a whole pile of notes to craft arias that lift up hearts. I got food for this day, so for now, I's gonna sit here and enjoy this moment with some art by some people what did it to give somebody what they never met a little bit of joy. Anyway, this is Gus, and these are my thoughts from the gutter. If you like these thoughts, like and subscribe.